Hello, everyone. Hopefully you guys can see me. I'm just making sure that I went live. I am live streaming from my home office here in New York. And yes, there we go, guys. So what I wanted to do today is talk about how I was able to earn $30,000 with postcard mailing over the last 3 months. And I'm going to talk about 3 simple steps that you can do to start earning with postcard mailing. If you're already in a postcard opportunity or if you're looking at joining an opportunity. So I wanted to give you guys this information because I think that these 3 simple steps can help anybody to start earning online or offline from the comfort of their home. I'm here in my home office, and this is one of the things that I love to do. If you're tuning in, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know what state you're tuning in from. I'm here in New York. It's pretty cold today, but I'm excited because the efforts from my postcard program is allowing me to go to Disney World for the first time. I've never been before, and I'm so excited that I'm going to be able to bring my children with me and actually get to see Disney World for the very first time. So if you're looking to maybe fund a vacation, fund a college tuition, maybe you're looking to buy a house, maybe you want to replace the income that you currently have, you can do this with postcard mailing. Back in 2016 was when I first started learning and earning with postcard mailing. I made my first $50,000 with just offline. Okay. So offline marketing was the only thing that I was doing mainly to build my business from home. And then I started to incorporate online marketing as an additional marketing strategy so that I can just build up my results even faster. So what I want to do is share with you first, before I get started, results, because a lot of people talk about results, but they don't share results. And this is just to not to boast, but to show you what's possible when you decide to go all in with your postcard program. Okay. And we're going to talk about what's important to know about this and the things that you need to be implementing on a daily basis to really get this up and running. So here, I just went to one of my accounts that I actually collect my funds. I get funds through the mail, either a check or cash through the mail. And these are just some of the payments that I received over the last few months. I've only been in a short 3 months. I'm just getting warmed up, but this is going to be something that's going to grow and blossom over time, because a lot of people are looking for something duplicatable and easy to do from home. So I made a deposit February 10th of $4,000 here. I have another deposit of $5,000 in January, $3,700 in December, $4,000, and another in of $1,960 in December as well. Not only that, I have some deposits that went to another account that I use when I'm not next to Bank of America. I do have another account that I use where I had even more funds go in from my marketing efforts within the postcard space opportunity. So if you guys don't know what it is about, it's basically a way that you can earn. It's a small business from home that you can grow, and the sky is the limit. When I first got started, I was collecting $75 payouts from each person that joined my opportunity. And one of the things that I noticed is that my business started to go pretty fast, mainly because I was very consistent with my efforts. And when you are consistent with your marketing efforts, you can literally turn this thing into a beast. It can really just spiral out of control. But one of the things that you have to do is just keep going, even when it seems like it's not working, because that was one of the main things in the beginning, was not getting the results that I was looking for. And not only that, wanting results fast and not seeing those results, it really took a lot of time. So, and when I talk about a lot of time, you know, if you're working a full-time job and you're getting paid every week or every 2 weeks, it does seem like a long time when you are not getting paid weekly, right? If you're not getting paid weekly and it's taking you 2 or 3 months to start seeing that flow, it seems like it's forever. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to go over is 3-step strategies that you can take to start producing results within the offline space. You do not need to do Facebook Lives. You do not need to know how to market online. Again, it took me over 1.5 years to really start moving into the online space because I just didn't have enough I didn't have the skill set and I didn't learn enough in order to start moving into the online space. So for a year, I had family and friends helping me to grow this business. So you need to have first a game plan for the next 90 to 120 days. This is so important for your business because the quicker you can build momentum once you get started, the more excited you'll be. And not only that, you'll see long-term results. If you take a very long time to start getting started, you start procrastinating, you don't get the things that you need, it will take you longer to start producing results, okay? The other thing that I highly recommend is that you incorporate 2 strategies for your business. And the reason why 2 strategies instead of 1 is because this is going to help you to just start building results faster within your business. So what I was doing was postcard mailing, but I was also hanging up my postcards in places that had a lot of high volume. And I just kept thinking about this. When it comes to traffic, people normally think about 100, 200, 300 people. I'm thinking about thousands of people. Why? Because if I think bigger, I'll go bigger. And not only that, I will have more people looking at what it is that I'm offering. Okay. The other thing that I decided to do was to grab a website. This is important because if a person sees your information, maybe they get a postcard in the mail, right? They get something like this in the mail. That's all good and dandy, but they may need to go back to it later to get more information. The best place for a person to go is to a website that does all of the selling and telling for you. That's going to eliminate you having to reach out to people all the time or constantly trying to sell a product. A website, it sells the business, right? And I tell people this all the time. You want people coming to you. You don't want to have to be constantly trying to talk people into your business, going to friends and family, trying to get somebody to understand and feel what you feel because you're passionate about your business. That's not how it works. You want to be able to give somebody the information and let them make a decision based off of the education and information that's on that sales page. Okay, that's very important. So now you want to incorporate another offline strategy. Okay, and what I recommend is if you do flyers or pamphlets, right? And the reason why I recommend this is because when you put a flyer up, like let's just say you put it up in a laundromat, there's so many people in and out of a laundromat on a daily basis. They can see your flyer, it can have the tear off at the bottom and it can just tear it off, whether it has your website information on it or whatever it has. And they can keep that with them and be able to go and look at that information later on in the day. But not only that, now you're not just advertising to one person, you're advertising to multiple people, to loads and tons of people that are moving in and out of that space. So what we want to do is we want to market in areas that are high volume, right? And this is like supermarkets, barbershops, hair salons, bodegas, you know, places like that. If you live in a New York City area where people are sitting waiting for the bus, these are places where there's tons of people day in and day out for 24 hours. Now your banner, your pamphlet, your postcard now becomes a walk-in advertisement for your business. And this is very important when you are building an offline business, especially if you're not using online. A lot of people say, well, if I'm going to do offline, I'm not going to do a website. That makes no sense because the people that you're going to be marketing to will always go to a website or go to Google to get more information about the business. So remember, guys, this is not all about you. It's about giving the customer, giving the person that's looking at the business what they want. Right? So what do people want when you come into this opportunity, right? Postcard, business, your ideal customer, right? And let's talk about that really quick because a lot of people forget that even though you're in the market to make money, you are also in the market to serve, right? This is a market where we're serving someone, we're serving our ideal customer. So what does that actually look like? You want to know who your ideal avatar is, right? And what we want to do is we want to get them over that hump, whatever is allowing them to not make the money that they're looking for. Maybe they're in a business where they're not growing. Maybe they're in a business where there's no community, right? So what we want to do is we want to fill that need, right? And how do we do that? Fill the need, right? We want to let them know that we have a business that's duplicatable. It's beginner friendly, right? We have a community. That's very important. A community where other people they can ask questions, get questions answered. And not only that, work with people that have the same mindset and the same goals as they do, right? Maybe you're working with a person that has no success online or offline, right? That would be your ideal person. Maybe they need something that can work because they've been involved in opportunities that have not worked before. That's your ideal customer. And then also what we want to do is people who have been in the marketing field for a while. Maybe you are linking up with another affiliate marketer, right? So if this person is already in affiliate marketing, that's also your ideal customer, because this is an easy business to start for a person who has already had some affiliate marketing experience, okay? So these are the things that we want to look for within our business. We want to make sure that we remain consistent over the next 90 to 120 days. The reason why is this is like the part that really makes or break your business. More than likely, like 95% of people, if they take too long to actually get started, they won't do it, right? Procrastination normally leads to failure. So I tell people, when you're waiting for your postcards to come, you want to focus on getting your discounted stamps, right? Because you're going to want to put some of these postcards in the mail. Get your discounted stamps. You want to grab your website. You want to go to GoDaddy and grab a domain name, okay? And what do we do with that? We're going to take our website, connect it to our domain name. It could be whatever you want it to be. Maybe it's postcardontherise.com. Let's just see if it's available. If it's available, we're going to get it. A domain is only about $18 for the whole year. So postcardsontherise.com is available. You can get it for 1 cent. If not more, you won't pay no more than $20. We do not need their upsells. We don't need the other stuff that they're going to try to sell you. All you need is the domain name. And now you have a domain name, right? Postcards on the Rise. We're going to just use this as an example. We now have this website that we're going to connect to our domain. So website plus domain is where the money is at, right? This is how the money is made. So when you take the two and you connect it together, now you're able to advertise all throughout the day from your offline efforts. This can go on your postcards. This can go on your flyers, your pamphlets, your drop cards, whatever offline marketing strategies you use. You can now have your domain name on it, right? That's going to let people know where to go to get more information about your business. And then last but not least, we want to incorporate at least 15 hours per week. And we want to put this down on paper so we know exactly what days we are going to do this. What time of the day? Is it going to be after work? Is it going to be early in the morning before work? Is it going to be on the weekend? Because if you plan out what hours and what days you're going to work on your business and put that aside just for your business, that's going to help you to grow much faster. But not only that, when you plan things out, more than likely it's going to happen consistently. When you're just trying to go with the flow when it comes to business, there's a lot of things that can happen and you'll kind of get lost and not really feel as motivated to keep going. So I tell everybody, grab yourself a book, a planner of some sort, and you want to incorporate these strategies consistently, day in and day out. 2 strategies offline. You can use 1 strategy online if you want. And you keep rotating these strategies And that's how you can start getting $50,000 a year, $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, because this is going to start to take on a snowball effect, and it's going to allow you to start accumulating week after week after week. But in the beginning, you should not be worrying about the money, but mainly the work and the effort that you have to put in for the next 90 to 120 days. This is going to be the part that makes or break you. You need to grab yourself a domain. No matter what postcard business you're in, you need to get a website. Look and see what other people on your team are using. Take a look at the website. What are they offering? The company that you would, do they have any bonuses that they offer? Because that's also very important. Now, when you take all of these things and you put it together, now you're just doing the same thing day in and day out, which is spreading the word, right? You're spreading your website to as many locations as possible to start to get the snowball effect. That's how you do this business. So there's a lot of people that say, oh, postcard mailing doesn't work for me, or hasn't worked for me in the past, or how do I know it's going to work? It's about you and the effort that you put into your business. That's how you know. This is not about whether or not I have the education to do this. This is more about, do I have the consistency and the time to do this, right? Because we know that this business is easy enough for anybody to do. It's about how you incorporate this into your daily schedule to start seeing those results on an ongoing basis, right? That's what it's mainly about. In 2015, the reason why I was failing so much was because I was jumping around from one program to the next. It's called SOS, Shiny Object Syndrome. And a lot of us get that because there's so many things that are being promoted on a daily basis. It's easy for you to get caught up into something that looks easier than what you're currently doing. And then now we notice a year went by and we joined 5 to 7 to 10 opportunities over a 1 year span and haven't really made any money. You have to really just focus on one thing at a time. And whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you have enough traffic, whether you are going to focus on offline, online, or incorporating the two strategies together. Okay, that's what's very important. And then mapping out a 120-day game plan, not worrying about the results, worrying about what you need to do in order to get the results, because this is like a tree. This is like a tree. We're going to build at the roots. That's where it starts, right? What happens if you don't water the roots? It's not going to grow. So this thing needs to be watered. What you're going to do to water the roots? You're going to market the business. You're going to also have a game plan. And you're going to strategically work that game plan for the next 90 to 120 days. And then from the roots, right, we build, and now we have the foundation of the tree. And then from that foundation, right, the roots, and then you have the log, whatever you want to call it. I don't know the name, but you know what I'm talking about, right? That's the foundation. And then this is the traffic, the ongoing traffic for your business. So you have ongoing traffic now that's coming to your business, but this all started from you watering the roots first. Now, after you have the foundation, you have your branches, right? This is the growth. This is growth within your business, right? So in order to have the branches, you need the foundation, you need the roots. The roots this is what takes the longest, the roots. You're watering every single day or every other day to get those roots to grow into something beautiful. If you do not water the roots, you will not have a business. So once you start here at the roots, then you have your foundation, you have your branches, then you have your leaves, right? The leaves I look at as your money. This is your money. And what happens every year after year after year after year, right? The winter comes, it tears everything down. Then when the weather gets nice, the trees continue to blossom into with beautiful branches and leaves. The leaves grow every year. Your business will do the same. It will flourish year after year. So what we have now is a flourish, thriving business because we really focused on the roots. We have to focus on the roots. If we don't focus on that, we're not going to be able to grow this business to the way that we want it and get the results that we're looking for. Okay. I think a lot of people, they just have unrealistic expectations because the person that's selling them a product or giving them information is not being direct on what you need to do. So if you want to know more about how to build your business, you can always reach out to me. If you want to get into postcard mailing, you can reach out to me. I will be more than happy to help you because this was a blessing for me and my family. Like I said, I'm going to Disney World. I've never been before. I've always wanted to go as a kid, and I'm now able to afford to do that for myself, my mom, and my children. And I'm just grateful and honored and humbled to be able to work with such great people to help other people know that you can do the same as long as you really focus on your business and you're consistent and you really want to make a change within your life, within your finances, within your time freedom. And it all comes from making a decision and sticking with that decision, getting the help that you need, maybe even some mentorship, being in the right programs, and not only that, having a game plan. So I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. I wanted to just share that information. I'm excited. I hope that you are, and I hope to see you guys in another video. Have a great day.